AITA for refusing to date a pregnant woman and now being shunned at work for it? Okay, I need some real, honest opinions on this because I feel like I'm losing my mind. So here's the deal. I, 27, work with Richard, 31, and for the past few weeks, he's been hyping up this amazing woman, Sarah, 28F, trying to set us up. He said we'd be a great match, and I figured, why not? I agreed to go on a date, and honestly, the first date was great. She was fun, we had good chemistry, and I was actually excited about seeing her again. I was thinking, wow, maybe Richard was onto something. But then, boom! On our second date, Sarah casually drops that she's 4 months pregnant. I froze. I had no idea how to react. I mean, I didn't even know people who were expecting still dated, especially when they're that far along. No judgment, but I always assumed that if someone was having a baby, that would be their entire focus for at least the next couple of years. I took my time processing it, and in the end, I realized something. I just don't want to date someone with a child. It's not because I have anything against single parents. It's just that I don't want to be a stepfather. I know myself, I wouldn't be able to love someone else's kid like my own. I wouldn't want to deal with the complicated dynamics of having another man in the picture. And let's be real, if I ever had to discipline the child, I could already hear the, "You're not my dad," in arguments. That's not the kind of life I want. So by the end of the date, when she asked when we could meet again, I had to be honest. I told her I didn't see a future here because I wasn't ready for the responsibility of raising someone else's child. I thought that was the respectful thing to do, rather than leading her on. Well, apparently that wasn't the right answer. Richard lost it. Turns out Sarah's ex-husband cheated on her, and during the divorce, she found out she was pregnant. She didn't even want to keep the baby at first, but Richard and all her friends convinced her she wouldn't have to do it alone because there are plenty of good guys out there who would step up. And guess what? I was their top pick. Richard told me I was the only guy she actually liked out of the ones they set her up with. She was really upset when I rejected her. Even though she didn't say anything, he could tell she was heartbroken. At this point, I was frustrated. I had no clue she was pregnant before the date, and now I'm suddenly being guilt-tripped for not wanting to take on this huge responsibility. I told Richard straight up, I feel bad for her, but it's not my responsibility to fix her situation. I barely have my own life figured out. I'm not ready to be with someone who's expecting a baby with another man. It sucks, but that's just the truth. And now, my workplace is turning against me. Some of my coworkers are giving me the cold shoulder, and then I found out why. Ben, 28 million, another colleague, told me Richard had been telling people that I almost caused a pregnant woman to lose her child because of how I treated her. Excuse me. What? I immediately set the record straight with Ben, and now he's telling me I should take this to HR because of how Richard is slandering me. So, AITA for not wanting to date a pregnant woman? Should I go to HR about this, or am I overreacting? Let me know what you think. I really need some outside perspectives here.